Jennifer's Body is a perfect movie for many reasons. One being Megan Fox, two being Diablo Cody, and three being Karen Kusama, four being Amanda Seyfried, and I could stop the video right there. I can't even begin to convey through a computer screen my love for Jennifer's Body. I was in the 8th grade when it came out. I was in the 7th grade, I think, or the 6th grade when Juno came out, and I remember I made my best friend Michelle go with me to see it in theaters. I don't know what drew me to it. I think I was a big MTV, Fuse, VH1 girl, and I probably saw a preview for it on there, but I was obsessed with watching music videos as a kid, and I wanted to see Juno, and I'm so happy I did. Baby Megan Fox, baby Amanda Seyfried. I saw Amanda, and I'm not saying her first name only because I think that I know her. I'm saying her first name only because I'm terrified that I'm pronouncing her last name wrong, but I saw her in The Housemaid, and that movie slash book had terrible writing, but she carried that fucking movie on her back, and it reminded me so much of her performance in Jennifer's Body, and I need to see her in more unhinged roles because she's really good at it. I'm pretty sure after Jennifer's Body she went more the rom-com route and did the Mamma Mia movies, she did Dear John, but she can really go off, and I love that about her. And when I was watching The Housemaid, everyone was like, Amanda was so good in that movie, blah blah blah, and I was like, that's my needy, sorry. I think honestly the duo of Karen Kusama and Diablo Cody is my Avengers. Karen Kusama is a genius. One of the only movies that's ever really terrified me to my core, where I was deeply unsettled for days after, was The Invitation. And if you haven't seen that, I won't spoil it, but I'm pretty sure she worked on that with her husband, and I think he wrote it, or maybe they co-wrote it and she directed it, but she's just so talented and I love her so much. But she took everything that made Jennifer's Body Diablo, cherished it, and then also just took it a step further and made something that's still inspiring people and girls to this day. Obviously, I've seen it recently in Megan Beer's music video, because she of course looks like young Megan Fox, for the iconic hallway scene where she's walking in slow motion. I'm pretty sure that's a children's vintage Old Navy heart zip-up hoodie, and I know because I probably tried to buy it at one point. But I think it's interesting because Megan Fox was at this very pivotal point in her career when this movie was made and came out. Obviously, everyone knows the whole drama with Michael Bay for the Transformers movies, and how he kind of tried to blacklist her out of Hollywood, but it didn't work, sorry. Got the offer to play this character where she was essentially getting revenge towards the men who wronged her, and I bet that was so cathartic. I actually know it was, because I've seen so many interviews of Megan Fox saying it's crazy how parallel her and Jennifer's lives were at the moment of filming and release. So I think that's also what makes the movie so special, is you can yes, Megan Fox is not a demon that's killing people as far as we know. I would love it if she was, but you can feel on the screen, and even when I see her now, I'm like, that's Jennifer Check. That's not Megan Fox. The point of that tangent was something less important, which was Megan Fox's style has always been so iconic to me, and I'm pretty sure around that same time of like Transformers and Jennifer's Body, she would actually wear her son's t-shirts as baby tees. And that's like something that I've incorporated to my own style. Like I love going thrifting and looking in the little boy section for t-shirts because like they just fit so much cuter. Adam Brody being the most like evil and amazing villain. I love when he's talking to one of the guys and he's like, yeah, I went to school with girls like this. There's always that girl who like shows it off and like never gives it up. And then the guy's like, I thought you told us you were from Brooklyn. How they're fighting at the end, and the one thing that gets Jennifer to stop is Needy rips off the BFF necklace, and it's just like such a testament to how amazing girls are, and like female friendships are one of the deepest bonds you could ever have, like, but it can go south very quickly. I can speak for myself in saying like I've had more than one friend that has either been like obsessed, in love with me, wanted to wear my skin, wanted my boyfriend or any boyfriend I've ever had. And it's brutal. And like a lot of those relationships, you have to cut them off. You're not killing them like in Jennifer's Body, I hope, but it feels like you are because the relationship isn't good for you anymore. Pretty much a perfect movie. It's very reminiscent of the time. The needle drops in this movie are crazy. Most importantly for me is New Perspective, Panic at the Disco, before the world that we know now where Brandon Urie says the N-word and is okay with it. Perfect soundtrack. That's the other thing that I love about Diablo Cody's movies, and I'm sorry for not looking up who her music supervisor is, because maybe she uses the same one. Let me see. It's different people, but two movies that just have like iconic soundtracks to me. Like I could just listen to both soundtracks, and some of my favorite songs to this day are from the Juno soundtrack. Like I discovered Kimya Dawson from Juno, and my favorite song of all time, which is the Sonic Youth cover of Superstar by Carole King. Amazing soundtrack. I love the Low Shoulder song, Through the Trees, but I know that that's not the real band's name, and I of course know Adam Brody isn't singing. I think when I first watched it I didn't know that he wasn't singing, so he is a good actor. The sacrifice when he sings Jenny, or 8675309, that's traumatizing and really hard to watch. But what I love about that scene is, which is another one of the reasons why I really admire Karen as a director, and why you can tell it's directed by a woman and not a man, is we don't linger on the killing of Jennifer. It's done in a very artistic way where it's slowed down, really zoomed in, just cuts of the terror in her face. We're not like lingering on a hot girl being killed for like all the freaks in the world, and freaks in not a good way. Yeah, and I think if a man directed that scene, it would have been very different. It would have been probably a lot longer and bordering on like torture porn vibes, which we've seen so many times in horror. So I really love how the scene is more about this horrible thing that's happening to this innocent girl, focusing on what's happening to Jennifer, not what these men are getting out of it. I'm not opposed to a sequel. I think if everyone came back, it could work. Obviously, Chip can't come back, but Jennifer can come back because she was a demon. Needy isn't dead. I don't know, it would have to be so specific and done right. Like, I think it would have to be Karen and Diablo Cody. And that's the only way I would, like, even watch it. I don't need it, though. I think we can leave the movie where it is. It's perfect. It's having its resurgence, but that doesn't always mean that we have to do it again. Like, it's perfect because of what it was and what it meant in that time period. So I don't really know that I want to see like a present day Jennifer Check, unless it's like her and Needy are lesbians and they're like raising a kid together, then I would watch that. Thanks for watching. If you watched, I'm really excited to start making YouTube videos. And if you like talking about movies, if you love movies, stick around. I'm gonna do more like current reviews when I see things in the theater, but I've just been in such a dry spell with movies. The last like 3 movies I saw in theaters were ass, other than Send Help. That was amazing, but I knew it was gonna be bad, but I saw Psycho Killer and I like couldn't even believe what I was watching, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave that there. But thanks for watching. I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you haven't watched Jennifer's Body, go watch it, please. And then immediately watch Juno. And then also watch Lisa Frankenstein, because that was cool. Alright. Bye.